Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Honestly Not Serious. The stories this week are absolutely storing. From Perez Hilton and his unfortunate mental health crisis to Tom and Zendaya celebrating their nuptials on the English countryside. All of that and so much more. So grab some coffee cake, whatever you must. It's time to start your day with Jay. Last week, I did not do an episode. I wasn't feeling very well, but I am feeling better this week. What I will say is I wish that I could kind of just lay on this couch and just be kind of lazy, not put on any makeup and stuff. I mean, this t-shirt, it's giving casual for sure. And we're feeling casual, but, the real me wants to just completely lay down. I want to have some tea. I want a little biscotti with it, maybe a pumpkin flavored one. And then I do the podcast that way. I do want to get into this routine, and every single podcast I've done a video format. No one really watches it. At least I can see on YouTube. I'm not sure about Spotify, but I'm still going to keep doing this because it is a really good way for me to get in the mindset of podcasting, which actually, you know what, brings me up to something that I'll bring up. This was kind of a story I was going to bring up today, but casually talking. So I listened to the Pretty Basic podcast. It's with Alicia Marie and Remy Cruz Parsons. I have been listening to their podcast for, I think it's maybe 8 years now, seriously forever. And it's the timeline that I met my current, I was going to say my current husband, my partner, my husband. I met him about 8 years ago. And so the podcast was at perfect timing because those girls are my age. One is a little bit older than me. One is a little bit younger than me. So I'm right sandwiched in between. I've been watching their videos for ever since, maybe early college since they started. I don't know. I could go on a big tangent about the beauty community and how it's really shaped me and influenced me to just put myself out there like this online. And even if it doesn't reach the biggest audience in the world, it actually brings me so much happiness. I just love creating and stuff. It's so fun for me. Anyways, I digress. I've been listening to those girls for a really long time, and they have the podcast Pretty Basic. It's a great podcast. I like it selfishly because I can relate to them in so many ways. When they first started, Remy was dating, and then she found her husband, Cal. And it's the timelines have matched up so perfectly for me meeting my husband. So what they were going through, I was going through too. And it's honestly the same. Shout out the Scrubbing In podcast with Becca Tilly, Tanya Rad. Becca Tilly, that same summer that I met my husband, she was figuring herself out. Obviously her sexuality journey, which she's really open about. And then she met her current, why do I keep saying current? I believe it's her fiance, Haley. I don't think they're quite married yet. Anyways, I just, at that age, younger 20s, it was so fun to have people to relate to. And so they had their latest podcast episode on Wednesday. I never miss an episode. I love it so much. But it was so interesting to me because they kept talking about potentially the end of the podcast, which they've had for such a long time. And then also not feeling like people like it or creatively inspired. And I go online and I see a mixture of comments, people being yeah, I don't really finish all the episodes, or yeah, I haven't listened to it in a while. And it is so, it bugs me so much. When you watch a TV show and you're the only one rooting for a second season, people are oh, it's kind of, or you want a 9th season and it's run its course or something that's what people say. I genuinely love those girls down. And I just could not imagine them not doing the podcast anymore. And also, I'm such a fan. I'm so sad that I literally don't understand what they're talking about when they're oh, our content is boring. So the way that I look at it is I watch their vlogs. I love their vlogs. They're best friends. So they see each other often. So sometimes their blogs or their vlogs have crossovers, kind of throwback to Sweet Life of Hannah Montana, those Disney days where people would cross over. And so it's so fun as a viewer. I feel they've really cultivated this specific audience. That's what I think. They're really successful. And so to hear that they were our content is stale, I'm I have absolutely no idea what they're talking about because I watch their vlogs and then I go to their podcasts and I get little snippets, little behind the scenes or more context, or one of them is reacting to something that I kind of already knew about. And I've been thinking okay, what does that say about me that if I'm someone who like likes it and everyone else is like, I don't like it anymore. Like I'm just like, I've been really reflecting this whole week because I do not understand what the heck they are talking about. It's a bummer. I'm actually just so bummed. I keep thinking about that. And obviously, like, I just started a podcast and they have been a huge, huge, huge source of inspiration. And something that was funny that they said on their podcast is that like they recently changed their set. Their set's gorgeous. It's got these like little twinkly like background lights and stuff. And it's like so professional. And it just, for me, I didn't even think a second thought. Like, I was like, of course they would do a set. One day I hope to do a set. But if I showed you where I am right now, I'm in the corner of downstairs and I've got one light. And on this episode, when they were talking about how they wish they could be like a content creator in your room, like in your bedroom style, like what I'm doing, I was like, literally, like, bitch, I'm only doing this because I have no money. Like, I am not a millionaire. So I think I did this my last episode, but like, let me literally break this down for you. You are watching this on a DJI Osmo. You are listening to this with a Blue Yeti microphone. Got it at, I got all this stuff at, what's it called? So it's a store. What is that store called? No, not Home Depot. Best Buy. I got this all at Best Buy. My ring light cost $30. It's not a ring light. It's a softbox light. I got this at Amazon. My iPad that I read my stories on is on a box. My Mac is over here and that's my monitor. And that's pretty much it. This is a blanket that my sister-in-law got me, and my couch it's part of my couch. It's like, I got this one from Costco and it's one of those L-shaped couches, and I just took off the L. So it's now just an I. It's a line. Anyways, but they were like, literally, their set is gorgeous. And I think it's like a true, like, grass is always greener on the other side. Like, I want to have such a cool platform that I can put my personality in this set that I have, like where you're watching it. And they're doing the opposite. This last episode that they had, they did it remote. So Remy was on her couch and Alicia was on her own personal couch, different places at home, which like, people are doing, like, if they are like in a different state or something. That's pretty normal. People are doing that these days. But I really think that if given the opportunity, I think everyone would take a set. I'm not lying to you. Like, when I watch their podcast, I genuinely look at it and I'm like, oh my God, they're so cool. Like, they're two best friends that are like doing it and they have the coolest setup. And I just like, I'm sorry, I think I'm talking in a circle, but I don't know what they're talking about. I feel so oblivious, and I had no idea that they were thinking that other people thought their content was stale and that they wanted to be more simple with their setup. Yeah. So I loved the personality that they put into their set. That's pretty much all I got to say on that, other than like, I'm just really dissecting this week, and I like don't know what that says about me. Like, what is that? Am I clueless? Am I not in the zeitgeist? Like, am I just such a blind fan that I wasn't seeing it? No matter what, though, God, I hope they don't quit that podcast. I love that podcast. And they feel like they talk about their life too much. And like, I literally wish I had a co-host to talk about my life with. I love talking. The only reason that this conversation isn't extended is because no one's reacting to what I'm saying. Whatever. I hope if they ever hear this, they know that like, there's one person in this world that literally doesn't want them to change. I admire how consistent their podcast is. I think it would be cool if they would open up more, but like, as someone who's the same age, like, I totally understand. I get it. Like, there's more things that I could open up about my life, like on this platform, but I'm just not. So yeah, that really makes me sad. I'm like very contemplative about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. It really sucks when one of your favorite podcasts ends, you know, something that's like a part of your life. Their podcast comes out on Wednesday and I look forward to it. Love listening to it, going on a walk. It's the perfect amount of time. They said that their contract does have like a year and a half left in it, and then they'll think about it. Did not see this coming. Yeah, like when I listened to it, I was genuinely so shocked. I have been trying to do like Target couponing. I tried to do it once. It didn't really work out because sometimes when you watch those TikTok videos and people are like, we've got a deal at Target, here's what you need to buy. Sometimes there will be an item that's like sold out. And I'm like, okay, so I can't participate. This past weekend, there was 5 off 30 and I was like actively trying to do it, put things in my cart. And one of the things was an Apple Glade plug-in or something like that. It was like the oil one, so it wasn't terrible. And I was like, oh, I really want that because it was $3.99 and then $2 off, making it like, what is that? $1.99. I was like, okay, cool. Like I can do $1.99 just to try this product. And it ended up being sold out, and I had to pay full price like 3 days later. So that sucked. I'm not a couponer. I'm trying to be, but I'm not one. I have an update for the car. So I mentioned that Grayson and I are trying to get a new car, and it's like I'm using AI to help me research it. I'm doing the research, I'm putting in the time. You know what? I've had many cars, not that many, but I've had a few cars in my lifetime, and it's so crazy. Like when it comes down to it, you really just have to like take the sale that the local place is doing, compare it to some place that's like 30, minutes away, and just keep comparing all around, and then say, this person's going to give me this deal. Can you match that? And then they match that. And you go, well, this person did this and they took $200 off. God, it's such a game. Like, why is car shopping and car buying like it's literally the worst thing ever? Like, I don't want to do it anymore. I genuinely don't. And I think that's why they do it. So you're exhausted and you just get whatever. I tell myself in those situations, like, you have to push through. Don't be that person. You have to push through. This is just a moment in time. When I was doing that couponing, also, one of the great coupons was this travel size, those like scent boosters that you put in your laundry. And it was $4.99 and the coupon was $4 off. So I got it for 99 cents. Okay, let me finish that thought. Okay, so I bought that and I washed this shirt with it. And so I just threw it on because it's obviously so clean and it's all I can smell. I don't know how I feel about these scent boosters, but they're very vibrant. Like I think it's almost giving me like a headache. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. So those are two things that I got from the Target Circle event. And I'm here to tell you that my goal was to do $5 off 30 and I didn't even get it. I literally only just got those two things. So, and then one was full price. I feel like the trick to those things is to go right when the TikTok's posted, like Sunday morning. We do have a lot of stories today and I think we should get into them. I'm going to start with the low, low, low and then get my way to the high because we got to get this over with. Everyone's talking about Perez Hilton and that really unfortunate mental health crisis that he endured. So People magazine reports Perez Hilton's children fled his home moments before his severe mental health crisis, family says. This is extremely sad and really dark. I think most people know by now, but he was seen on a live video on TikTok, like a live stream, self-harming himself. And one of the controversies surrounding it is that the live was not taken down. So many people viewed it for like 30 minutes and it was really gruesome and disturbing. I did not watch it. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And it was really crazy to me that in a world that's like mostly desensitized, people were commenting on like an article or like a TikToker talking about this and saying like, do yourself a favor, don't watch it. Whatever you think it is, it's 100 times worse. And I was like, if people are saying that in a world where people like rage bait each other, I'm not watching it. I feel like people can be unkind and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like, oh, here's a link. But like, I would just see thousands of comments being like, don't watch it. Just don't watch it. So I'm not watching it. Perez Hilton's family members fled his homes moments before the mental health crisis. In a statement published to the blogger's website on Thursday, August 6th, the family shared new details about Hilton's live stream on August 4th from his Miami home, during which he was covered in blood and appeared to self-harm. Quote, just minutes before the public live stream incident, Perez's children, niece, and sister were inside the home, the family wrote. When it became clear that Perez was experiencing a severe mental health crisis and harming himself, they immediately fled to protect the children from witnessing further trauma. Our highest priority right now is helping the children begin to heal from what they experienced. An important part of that process is allowing them to safely return home and begin rebuilding a sense of security and normalcy. Hilton is a father to Mario, 13, Mia, 11, and Mate, M-A-Y-T-E, Mate, 8, all of whom live in Miami, where they recently moved to be closer to his mother, Teresita Lavandiera. Is he Hispanic? Oh my God, duh. His children's names are Mario, Mia, Teresita. Love that name, Teresita. Oh my God, I literally had no idea that he was Hispanic. I had no idea. I knew his name wasn't Hilton. I knew he wasn't a Hilton. Back in the early 2000s, he like took his name, his like stage name, like almost like making fun of Paris Hilton. It is. It's all clicking to me. I wonder what his real name is. Hilton's family requested in their statement that members of the media and paparazzi leave the area surrounding the family's home, writing, "Please allow his children the privacy and space they need during his unimaginably difficult time." Okay, so a lot of things have come out, and I don't know what are true. People were saying the children weren't there, and now they were there. And so, I mean, this is the family speaking out. They were there. That's extremely dark and sad. This whole thing to me is so sad, and I am not going to be another voice out there that's like, here's what people like to say. He scrutinized people and bullied them his entire career, made a living off of this. Like, that's karma. I'm not doing that. That's not right. Okay. Because this is a person, this is a father, and it makes me so sad that people are flying with that narrative that they're like, well, like he did this. Like, of course, this would happen to him. I don't like that. I feel like we all need to have like some decency and be like really decent humans. Having like a mental health crisis an episode is so sad. And I think he's in his 40s or 50s. He's at least lived some life. And I would hope that who he was 25, however many years ago it was, when he was mocking Britney Spears on his like website and blog and her health crisis, like I would hope that he would understand now. But I don't know much about him in his career recently. I know that sometimes when I'm doing my podcast, I pull from his website. Following Hilton's live stream on Tuesday night, authorities were called to a scene for reports of a suicide attempt, and he was hospitalized by local authorities under Florida Baker's Act, a state law that allows authorities to hold someone involuntarily for a period of time if they possess a threat of harm to themselves or others. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office previously confirmed to People. I think what people really aren't talking about enough, though, is that that's so crazy that TikTok like allowed this to be on their stream for 30 minutes. Like, I don't really understand how I feel that people were reporting it. Also, I want to add, when this was happening, I was at Spider-Man. I was watching Spider-Man Brand New Day, which we are going to talk about. But it's like, I do go on TikTok a lot just to see like what people are saying in pop culture and, you know, just like what my friends are posting. I'm really glad I missed this one. Because TikTok does this thing where like you're just like scrolling, watching like regular schmegular TikTok videos, and then a live will pop in. And like, I literally don't know what I would have done if I would have seen this live. It's hard. Like, people are familiar with this person. And so to see them go through something like this, that's so hard. I don't really care who it is. Like, that is so hard. I think I want to be done talking about this. I don't have anything to add other than like, I hope that people are going to be decent, especially because he has kids, you know, and he's a person. But speaking of Spider-Man, Forbes reports newest Spider-Man crosses 1 billion mark in 6 days. I wonder if I'm a part of that. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I helped. So the article has some facts and we're going to read them. Spider-Man has grossed 1 billion at worldwide box office in only 6 days. Multiple industry publications reported Tuesday morning hitting the milestone just 1 day after Avengers Endgame did so in a record-holding 5 days back in 2019. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I think that says a lot because the economy's not great right now. And I think people are being more choosy about what movies they go to. And so for everyone to come out for this movie in this economy, that says a lot. That says a lot. We were more stable in 2019. It was like pre-COVID. And also, if you think about it, Avengers Endgame, the audience for that was like everyone because they have so many different Avengers and it's so like diverse. So you could be there for Iron Man or you could be there for Black Panther. You know, you could be there for Spider-Man or you could be there for Thor or Guardians. I'm going to stop. You get the point. But this one was just like you showed up for Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob Batalon. And that's cool. Spider-Man Brand New Day has blown past expectations since its release Thursday and has shattered box office records along the way. The Spider-Man film now holds the record for the highest grossing domestic opening weekend in box office history at $360 million, beating Endgame's 2019 record of $357.1 million. Oh, so it just kind of narrowly beat it. It's cute. And the all-time domestic preview record with $74.5 million, topping Endgame's $60 million preview. Okay. It's also the fastest film to ever surpass $400 million domestically in 4 days and delivered the highest grossing Monday in history with $46 million, beating a Black Panther record. Wow. You know what though? Tom and Zendaya can sell a movie. I eat up those press tours. I've said it before, say it again. Like though they do so many videos. I think they only do like 5 to 7 minutes with each person from press. And they just go like so viral. I literally am still watching them all on YouTube. I'm going to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the movie. So you have 3 seconds to exit out because of spoilers, because I will be talking about the film. Oh, wait, don't exit. Like skip ahead. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Okay. So the movie felt extremely different, and I understand that that is the point. They had a new director, and the focus was different because it was 4 years past Far From Home. The first 3 Spider-Man movies, they capture my heart. I think they do a really good job at grabbing the essence of Spider-Man. He's my favorite character. A couple things I love. One, I love that it wasn't so serious. The last director, was it John Feige? I love that it wasn't serious. Like that scene when they open up, I think it's the second movie where Iron Man dies and the Whitney Houston and I Will Always Love You song plays, and it's like a montage of Tony Stark. It's seriously so funny to me. I love how it's like lighthearted. So they really captured the spirit of Spider-Man, and like it just felt so on brand. Like they created this brand that was already there because he's a kid, but like just amplified it. The end credits, when they were like having like a comic book doodle like theme, it always just made you feel super happy leaving the theater. How Tom carried himself as Spider-Man, like how he was always like, guys, oh my God, blah. Like he was always so frantic. Like he did a good job at like feeling like a kid. I loved that. I don't know. It just like never felt like they never felt super serious. But Brand New Day feels serious. There's no lightheartedness. Like it's, like Tom literally almost dies in the film. I cried my eyes out. But I don't know. Like I can say that I appreciated it because it made sense, but it made me sad because I just wish Tom could be young forever and just keep playing. Like I almost wish they made a TV show or something. Ugh, it would have been so great. Just how youthful he is. Like even his Queen's accent got thicker, and he was more confident. Like he was like less like, oh my God, guys. So I think that was hard. It was really hard. At the end of the movie, if you watch the end credits, like Marvel always does end credits, and it said, Spider-Man will return. The whole theater was really quiet, and I go, and then I started cracking up, and so did my husband, because like I automatically assumed that it meant Tom Holland's gonna be back. Like I thought it was like a surprise, and he was like, I don't think so. And no one else, you could tell that theater was like, no one else was thinking that. Like the theories online are that Tobey Maguire is going to return or Miles Morales will come. Like, we're going to cast him or whatever. So I felt really stupid. I still feel kind of stupid. I just love his Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite. I used to watch a TV show when I was a little kid. Everyone did a really good job, though, at like making me think that they were more mature. The actors were great. John Bernthal as the Punisher. Hey, he's a really good actor. Like, he was kind of scaring me there. Like, he was super, like, aggressive. That was so cool. The songs also were more adulty. Feel like the first 3 movies, they had like a little bit of like rock and roll, like the kind of punkish vibe, very youthful. These songs were like, I think there was a Benito song, Bad Bunny. He had a song in it too. I was like, dude, this is so different. Totally wish we could have seen more Zendaya and Jacob Batalon, but we didn't. Oh my God, that scene where Zendaya had to say to Peter Parker, or not Zendaya, MJ had to say to Peter Parker, like, I don't love you, like, I don't even know you. Oh my God. I was like, that's so sad, but like, whatever, they're married, Sadie Sink did a great job as Jean Grey. Still such a bummer that that one artist like spoiled it right before the movie. I want to know what those conversations were like. Like, I'd love to be a fly on the wall. Also, Tom, he does like all of his stunt work, and the stunts in this were quite impressive. They tried to recreate like old comic books of Spider-Man, and it was good. It was really good. I loved that. And you could kind of tell while you were watching it. Like people were piecing it together afterwards, but like during it, it was just like they would just like freeze, and it felt like this is probably like a picture I'm supposed to know. I want to see it again though. Like I want to see it again. I felt like when I watched it, I was just so nervous the whole time because on the press tour, like Zendaya and Tom kept saying like, get your tissues out. This one's going to be a sad one. And it was sad because Tom almost died. And also it's like the last one that they're doing. But I don't know, for some reason I thought that MJ was going to die. And that was going to be like really sad. It was still really sad, but not in the way that I was thinking. There was also a part in the movie that I need a little bit more answers to. At the end of the movie, Ned and Peter Parker like do their handshake, and Ned and MJ, like their minds were erased. So they have no idea who Peter Parker is, like if he's Spider-Man, you know, they don't know. They don't remember. And so when Ned did the handshake with Peter, I was like, was that like muscle memory, or like, is the spell breaking? Like, does he remember? I just kind of hate the idea that if this is the last time that those three are on screen together, like that wasn't a very fun time. Overall, it was a good movie, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that's my comfort rewatch. I think my comfort rewatch would go 1, 3, 2, then 4. I could watch 1 on loop. It's such a cute little movie. And then for obvious reasons, 3, because the other Spider-Man are in it. And then all the villains, like that's so cool. And 2, it's good. It's super cute and it's super funny. But like Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't know. Like he was good at his character, but you know, kind of like whatever. I am going to move on to the next story. Billboard reports Ariana Grande says she loves Petal music video with my entire heart after it sparks controversy. It sparked a lot of controversy. Everyone online this week was watching and doing screen grabs of Ariana's Petal music video because she looks like really emaciated in it. There's a specific picture that people keep referring to where she's wearing this like V dress and it's like slightly off the shoulders and it shows her clavicle and it's like you can see all of the bones from like her ribs and then her clavicle. It's quite hard to look at. And I don't want to start a rumor, but apparently Law Roach styled her for that. I'm pretty sure that I read that somewhere. Ariana Grande is standing by her Petal music video, which recently thrust her into the center of heightened public scrutiny concerning her appearance. In a Wednesday, August 5th post on Instagram, under which the pop star limited comments, Grande shared behind-the-scenes snaps of herself and her co-stars on set of the visual, which dropped 5 days prior. In one photo, she and director Christian observe a monitor showing the camera's angle while filming a scene in which she stands covered in fake blood. In another picture, a friend laughs while groping one of the artificial breasts Grande sported during a different scene. Yeah, in one of the scenes, there was like a very obvious artificial breast that she was wearing to make it like look bigger. And it was so weird because in the black dress, you could see like all of the bones in her, like I mentioned. And then the one with the fake prosthetic breasts, like it went all the way up to her neck. So it was like filled out. And I felt that was very choice that they left it in like that. I love this video with my entire heart, the Grammy winner wrote in the caption. I must express my deepest endless gratitude to my brilliant collaborators and friends who have brought this song of mine to life with me and who helped me tell this story. Thank you to everyone who gave their brilliance, care, and time, she said. So the video, it's kind of like about a woman who goes into these casting calls in Hollywood. There's a ton of women there. Like it's not just Ariana. And all of the remarks are like, needs to lose weight, things like that, like how people in Hollywood criticize women's physiques. And the girl that Ariana plays, she's trying so hard to win them over and it's just not working. And people are saying that like maybe this was a nod to when she didn't get the Audrey Hepburn role. It was like a really big deal that she really wanted to play Audrey Hepburn and it went to Lily Collins. And another element that people are talking about is that like the Petal music video came out on X day, I don't remember. And then the next day on her tour, she like told all of the fans that she's taking a step back. And it was just like the timing, like, you know, like I think it got to her in some way or like she's received so much scrutiny. I don't know, man. I just like want her, like I want her to get help. I really hate like that this has to be a topic of constant conversation, like her body. And I'm sure she hates it too. But like, it's not looking good, you know? Like something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong. I'm not going to speculate, but something's wrong. We are halfway through. Can you believe it? So Elle magazine reports all the details behind Gigi Hadid's intricate new Boucheron band. Jewelers break down the design of the mixed metal ring and how it complements Bradley Cooper's. Are they engaged? I'm really not sure what's going on. I think they got like ring tattoos recently, but now they have real rings. Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper both wore Boucheron rings on their left ring fingers on August 3rd. While it's unclear whether the rings are the actual wedding bands, the pieces of wedding band styles from the French jeweler house. Jewelers spoke to Elle about the details of Hadid's mixed metal ring, including how it complements Cooper's and adds to a growing bridal jewelry trend. Really? Is the trend mixed metals? Okay, so I see the ring. It's got gold on the top and silver on the bottom. Not for me, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that I like to mix metals. Like, I think gold naturally looks really good on me, but my band, which I would show you, but I'm not wearing, I'm at home. This is my Oura ring. It is covered in diamonds, and then it's got a diamond. So I chose silver because when I would put on the gold, I felt like the diamonds weren't sticking out as much, and I wanted it to look all white. I'm not a big fan of this, but I support it. Oh my God, his is a pink gold wedding band. Would you say that's like the 2013 trend of, what is that called? I don't know. I can't remember. Rose gold. It looks rose gold. Wonder if they're married though. I could see them keeping it kind of hush hush, you know? There's been a lot of celebrity weddings this year, so not for me. Excited to see if they're actually married. I took a mini break to go get some water, and breaking news. So Hilary Duff has one of her concerts at Madison Square Garden, and she brought out Good Charlotte, which is so tea because she dated, was it Joel Madden? Yes, I think it was Joel Madden. She dated back in the day, but she was 16 and he was like in his late 20s. I don't know. So that was like drama. And I know that they're good though, because she's like opened up about it because he's married to Nicole Richie and I think they're neighbors. So that was just crazy. The reunion, it's crazy. That's it though. Our next story, Bella Thorne was on Call Her Daddy. So interesting. Haven't seen that girl in a hot minute. During her conversation with Alex Cooper, Thorne shed light on several defining moments from her career and personal evolution. So number one, she felt like she was pitted against Zendaya on Shake It Up. And number two, she felt like she was a 13-year-old breadwinner. And number three, reflecting on her eras and meltdown, Alex Cooper walked Thorne through a retrospective look at her public image, prompting reflections of her various life stages. She felt burnt out. She is finding peace now. And then this is interesting, the red hair. She also discussed her sudden decision to dye her hair back to her signature red color, taking a trip to CVS to get the dye with the help of her fiance. I listened to the majority of this. I just didn't really finish it, but my big takeaway was just like her relationship with Zendaya. Thorne opened up about how the media, fans, and adults in the industry constantly pitted her and Zendaya against each other during the first season of their Disney Channel show, Shake It Up. The breaking point, Thorne recalled that things got pretty bad due to the constant comparison. During a Good Luck Charlie crossover episode with Shake It Up, the then teenager stars rebelled by sneaking off to an empty soundstage during a live show. And I guess they had a heart-to-heart. Thorne described it as a beautiful, genuine, girl-to-girl talk where they discussed the external drama and realized that they were on the same side. So that was interesting. I do say, I think the majority of the episode was like a nothing burger, which is fine. Zendaya now is like this untouchable person. She's done such a good job at building her image to be like a fashion girl, selective roles, like top build, like people know that she can sell a movie. And I almost forgot that her and Bella Thorne had this childhood of doing Shake It Up. I can recall Zendaya being on Shake It Up, but her with Bella Thorne, them being synonymous with each other, I forgot. But she really didn't say anything mean. It was just kind of typical. They were just little teenage girls who felt like it was Zendaya or it was Bella. So I think that's probably what Emily Osment and Miley Cyrus would say. Or maybe better, it's Demi and Selena or Miley and Selena, you know? The last story is so exciting. Zendaya and Tom Holland have secret wedding celebration at luxury hotel on the English countryside. I have a theory though. I want to say I have a theory about this. So when people found out that Taylor Swift, who's huge, was having her wedding, I felt like for months, it was, where is it going to be? Where do you think it is? People calling hotels to see if they had, something around the 13th blocked off. But what was fascinating about Tom and Zendaya's wedding, which was equally of people's curiosity, is that back months ago, in I think the late winter, spring, Law Roach made a comment that it already happened. You already missed it. When those AI photos came out, he was like, it already happened. And people were saying, oh, like Zendaya wouldn't want that out. Like, that's crazy that he did that. Tom eventually kept saying, like, my wife, Zendaya. And I feel like that was a way to make people feel defeated. Like, oh, we missed it. Like, I'm not going to go snooping because it already happened. And so the fact that they had this celebration on the English countryside, what if this was like the actual wedding? What if this was a wedding and they're kind of painting it as a celebration? And just to like, so people weren't on their scent, you know, because I wasn't thinking about their wedding because they told me in so many words that it already happened. Like, I felt gratified being like, oh, he's saying wife. Like, obviously it means it happened. But like, what if it didn't? Like, what if that was all like a PR thing? And if so, like, that was pretty smart because I don't think people were stalking out the English countryside being like, is that for Tom and Zendaya? I just don't think people were. Tom Holland and Zendaya hosted a private wedding reception on August 4th at Beaverbrook Hotel in Surrey, UK with family and friends. Fun fact, my husband lived in Surrey. The couple confirmed their relationship in 2021 after years of speculation, and their engagement was confirmed in early 2025. Zendaya and Holland prioritized privacy in their relationship despite public interest and have not shared wedding details. And they're not gonna. That's as much as we got. Curious to know who was there, but I also feel like it wasn't a lot of industry people. I've taken a look at the estate. Those estates in England, let me tell you, they're gorgeous. I looked at a few for myself and they're gorgeous. Like, they're so beautiful. And I love things like that. Like, I love like mansions, historical estates. Like, it's so gorgeous. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. I wish I was their friend. Jesus, I would love to go to that reception. I really could see them being private and like having their own ceremony together. And then the reception, like, this was being a celebration. But I really think that if they got people off their scent and this was the actual wedding, I think that would make sense too. I'm curious to know what you all think. I hope I just want to see her dress. I think that's what people want to see most. She's such a gorgeous person and she wears clothes very well. And I would just love to see and if maybe Law was the one that picked it out. I would love to see that. Those are all the stories though. That's pretty much it. But honestly, that was a lot. Okay. A week with Perez Hilton, Zendaya, Tom, Spider-Man, Ariana Grande. Like, that's quite the week. Okay. This was the week of news. I'm so sorry I wasn't here last week, but I hope this made up for it. I hope the next time I'm podcasting, I have a car. I have a new car. That is like all, like, I just want this to be like behind, you know, it's been like stressful, but not at the same time. Like, it's just like something else that I don't need on my mind. It's really not a fun journey. Think of me, send good vibes, would so appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a great episode. Don't forget, YouTube, you can always watch it there. You can watch it on Spotify. But if you want audio only, all of those places would be great. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like this video, download it would be so great. Share it with a friend. Go to my TikTok because I always do clips. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much. Bye.